This array is into batteries. This is my off-grid system. It's basically used as a kind of UPS or backup system, and I'm going to go into a bit more details about this one. This small array is also feeding into the system. This is basically amorphous type. This is basically a cheaper set of solar panels. Okay, this is the power backup. This is solar fed. It's got a set of 4 12-volt batteries in here. The polystyrene just to try and keep the temperature from changing. Each 12 volts, a 48 volt system, and above it here we have the controls of fuses, breakers, and this is a PLC controller, and above that we have these 2 solar controllers for regulating the PV panel inputs, and above that is the 1 kilowatt inverter here. We can manually switch it on from here, or if I do that, you hear the relay comes in to bring in the power, the DC power onto the inverter, and then it switches to mains output. So we've now got 240 out, and we're still feeding in PV to the batteries. The reason there are 2 controllers is these are both 24 volts, so the PV arrays are arranged in 24 volts in series to give us 48 volts, but I have now got a 48 volt controller, so this is going to replace these and see what happens. That's my next project when it's a dull day, because it's sunny today and I'm getting solar power. Okay, now it's off. I thought you might want to see inside the inverter. We have, I've taken the lid off. This inverter is very light. It's got very little in the way of transformers. These 2 transformers are actually the output for the 240 volts or 230 volts. The rest, these are filters. This is a high frequency inverter, and produces a sine wave by synthesis basically. You've also got a group of fans here for cooling, and your DC 48 volts in here, large fuse, and your mains output here with the relays on there, and this part another filter here. Glad to say I've documented everything from the off-grid power supply, because it's been there for about 7 or 8 years and I forget how to wire it up. I've got the diagrams with modifications I've done over the years, and for instance the 2 sets of panels, we've got 2 50 watt panels, or pair of, and 2 20 watt panel pairs. So I had forgotten that. So it's quite good. You've got some of the smaller set and software setups. Now this is a switch on the mains here. You've got the indicator on it. This is controlling all my networks and computers at the moment. If I switch over onto the UPS, you'll hear a click of the relay and you'll be on backup. There it goes. That's it on fully off-grid mains, and the computers are still running. Similarly, if I switch back over again, there'll be a delay, and then you'll hear click and we'll be back over onto mains, and the 2 interruptions don't lose any data on the computers. There we go, back on mains.